I'll just mention one in a piece of her writing, and she was very prolific. She mentioned a Catholic priest in the 1800s. His name was Saint John Vianney, French. He was known as the priest of Ars, A-R-S, in France. He was a wonderful priest who really never went much beyond his pastorate in France, in Ars, but he had his afflictions. And one of these was he had to learn Latin to perform the Mass, and he was terrible in languages. Now, Simone Weil identified with that because she was a genius in languages. She was prolific in Greek before she was 12 years old, and later taught herself Sanskrit to read the Bhagavad Gita from India. But she had great compassion for John Vanier and said that he was so visited by Christ and the Holy Spirit that helped him in his desperate attempt to learn Latin. Very often he would wind up in terrible failure trying to get together the words of the Mass and say them well with reverence, and he had a great love in his heart. But she found in her writing and reading of his life that a great visitation of Christ occurred in John Vanier's life. The worse he got in Latin, and he tried to get through it, and he made some progress, but another side of him, the compassionate side and the clairvoyant, intuitive side, opened up. So this was demonstration for Simone Weil that the more we study is so important because it, number one, gives you attentiveness, gives you focus and centeredness, and out of that centeredness, something wonderful from the light occurs to you. It might not occur in the area that you're studying, but by studying and being disciplined in your pursuit of learning, something else wonderful happens in addition. And in John Vanier's case, he became a clairvoyant to the extent that he could literally read his parishioners' needs when they came to see him. All he had to do was sit there. They'd come in and say, I don't know how to tell you my problem. It's a peace, my brother. I think I know how to help you. And he would instantly hit right on the problem. So this was a beautiful example from Simone Weil of how a deficit in one area that we tried to fill in, we tried to do the best we can in it, we don't give up on it, but doing our best and applying ourselves with attentiveness and study opens up doors in other areas as well, and that happened.